Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. MiniTool Partition Wizard is one of the best disk cloning applications, and today I will show you how to easily clone disks using this application and you won't lose any data. For this I will use the new version of MiniTool Partition Wizard 12 and 8. This is the latest version and the cloning function in this application will not be free, but its diverse capabilities and impeccable performance are definitely worth the money spent. It doesn't matter whether you are cloning HDD to SSD, HDD to NVMe or SSD to NVMe. All the steps with these different drives will be the same. I open this PC, and here we see two drives connected to my computer. Drive C, this is the original Windows 11 drive. This is where my photos, videos, and some of my data are located. This drive is small in size and quite old, so I want to clone drive C to a faster 1TB SSD. First you need to download the disk cloning program MiniTool Partition Wizard. To do this, open the video description and click the link to the application download page. On the MiniTool website you can learn about the application in more detail, because in addition to disk cloning, MiniTool Partition Wizard has several other useful functions that may be useful for a computer user. To download the application to your computer, click here. Now we will download the free version. With its help you can expand the C drive and this will be done for free. This version of MiniTool can also convert an MBR drive into a JPT and vice versa. The program is small and will load fairly quickly. The browser can be closed. I open File Explorer, then the Downloads folder, and here you need to double-click the program icon. In this window you can select the appropriate language. I do not change anything and leave it in English. In this window we see that in the free version of MiniTool only the basic functions of disk partitions are available. Here we can expand disks or shrink them, and at the same time solve some problems. You can learn about these features of the free version of MiniTool in more detail in my other video. The link can be found in the description of this video. The paid version of Pro can clone disks, transfer operating systems from a disk to another disk and much more, but we will first install the free version, and for this you need to click here. Next. I don't need these functions, I leave only the free version of MiniTool Partition Wizard. Next. And the installation of the application begins. The installation of the application is complete, and in the window that opens we see two disks connected to my computer. Disk number 1 is the source disk with Windows, and disk number 2 is the target. Note that source disk number 1 has a GPT partition scheme and disk number 2 has an MBR partition scheme. But for cloning to succeed, both disks must have the same partition scheme. For cloning to go smoothly, in my case I need to convert target disk number 2 to GPT, and then both my disks will have the same partition scheme. If your computer's original disk has an MBR partition scheme, then your second disk should also be MBR. To change the partition scheme, you need to right-click on the disk and select Convert MBR disk to GPT disk. Click Apply. Please follow the application's recommendations, then click Yes. OK. And we see that the free version of the program easily converted my MBR disk to GPT. And so, my two disks have become GPT, and we can start cloning. To do this we need to click Copy Disk Wizard. Next. In this window you need to select the source disk. Next. Here you need to select a new target disk. Next. The application warns that the cloning process will delete all data on the target drive. I click Yes. The first option offers the ability to allocate a small source disk to the entire space of the new disk, but if you want to allocate space on the target disk to create disk D to use it as file storage, click on the disk on the right and drag the mouse to the left. In this way you can allocate unallocated space to create drive D on a new drive. The second option copies the partitions of the source disk without changing its size, and leaves unallocated space automatically. I choose the first option. Next. The application suggests changing the settings in BIOS, but I'll do that later, OK. The application is ready to clone the disks, and I click Finish. In the free version of MiniTool Partition Wizard there is no option to clone disks, and in this window you need to select and purchase a license key that is suitable for you. Carefully study all these offers and after that click Buy Now, then follow the recommendations of the system. I already have a license key, and to register it, you need to click here and paste your license key into this field. Then click Register. Registration was successful, OK. After completing registration, the program sent me to the beginning of selecting cloning settings, and here I need to click again, Disk Copy Wizard. Next. In this window you need to select the source disk, next. Here you need to select a new target drive, next. The application warns that the cloning process will delete all data on the target drive. I click Yes. You already know what settings the application offers in this window, and I select the first option. Next. I'll change the BIOS settings later, OK. All settings are completed, click Finish. And to start the cloning process, you need to click Apply. Close all extraneous programs and applications, yes. And the cloning process has begun. For a while you do not need to do anything on the computer and just wait for the process to complete. Sometimes it is possible that due to a certain configuration of the computer or Windows, the application may prompt you to restart the computer and then perform cloning outside of Windows. Follow the recommendations of the program and disk cloning will be completed successfully. But I already said earlier, cloning outside of Windows happens only sometimes. In my case, the application continues the cloning process without leaving Windows. The cloning process has completed successfully. I click OK and close the application. To test how the new drive works, I will disconnect the original drive from the computer, but turn off the computer first. After this I will boot the computer from the new target drive. The target disk has loaded, and I don't notice any changes here. Please note that on the desktop there are exactly the same folders with photos, videos and documents as it was on the source disk. All program and application shortcuts are located in the same places. I'll open this PC and will now look at my new target drive. Yes, everything is fine here, and now the disk is almost 1 terabyte. This is my C drive. Now let's see if I still have my Microsoft license. I open Settings, then the System section. Open the tab Activation. Yes, everything is fine here. My Windows 11 was transferred to a new disk along with the license. I hope that everything went well for you too. I am grateful to the developers of MiniTool Partition Wizard for creating such an excellent program. Thank you all very much for your attention to my video, and see you again on my channel. Good luck.